What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and some classic weapons from Modern Warfare 2 have been added into the Modern Warfare reboot. Yes, with the classic Ghost bundle, you'll get the Task Force M4A1 weapon blueprint along with the 1-for-1 1911 weapon blueprint. So I have some really great gameplay here on screen on the new map Candor Hideout. I covered Candor Hideout when it first dropped just the other day, and I think this is probably one of the strongest 6v6 maps here in Modern Warfare. My main issue with this game is just a slow-paced gameplay, so whenever they release a new 6v6 map, I'm always intrigued to hop on and try it. But also some clarification with the classic Ghost bundle. I talked a little bit about this in my video earlier, showing you how to download Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I made it clear that once you paid the $20 or however much it costs for you guys in your region, you would get instant access to this bundle once you boot up Modern Warfare. At least that was the case for me and many of my friends, but I got a lot of tweets and comments saying that that wasn't the case for you guys, where you would hop onto the Modern Warfare reboot and you just wouldn't find the classic Ghost bundle, unfortunately. So the biggest thing I can say about that is definitely contact Activision support, unless they release some type of hotfix in the next few hours where PS4 users can now see the bundle. I'm just not sure what went wrong there, but I know most people out there were lucky enough to see the actual bundle pop up at the main menu when you then boot up the game right after purchasing Modern Warfare 2. So you don't have to fully download Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered to even get this bundle. It's right when you make that purchase and hop back onto the Modern Warfare reboot is when this bundle should pop up. But yes, we have classic Modern Warfare 2 weapons added into the game. Now, it doesn't change the stats or anything with the weapons, but it changes the looks of them. So one big thing I wanted to bring up, though, is the fact that the weapons from the original Modern Warfare 2 are remastered in the game, obviously, right? In Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. That probably means that we'll be seeing plenty of those classic weapons returning into the Modern Warfare reboot in the form of new weapons or in the form of skins like we have here with the classic Ghost bundle. Don't be surprised about that. A big point of conversation today was the fact that Activision confirmed that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer isn't happening, and by saying that, they also confirmed the rumor that a lot of the fan favorite maps from Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer are being remade with safe spaces like some of the other maps in this game and will be added at a later date. So they're turning this Modern Warfare reboot into a best of type of Modern Warfare game, which we didn't expect because a lot of verified insiders confirmed many months ago that that wasn't the goal for this game, but it seems like plans have changed. But as I also mentioned, if enough people sign the petition and complain over on social media, in a positive way, obviously not negative or very toxic, I'm sure they might reconsider, releasing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer. Another thing with that too is tomorrow's April Fools. How crazy would it be if they just dropped Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer out of nowhere? And that leads me into another point, right? Why is the update for the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign so large? Why is it 45 gigabytes? Why is it that after, I think it's 10 gigabytes of your download, you can instantly play the campaign? What's the rest of the download for then? Why am I able to play the full campaign while the application is still downloading like 30 other gigabytes? What are those 30 other gigabytes? A nice rumor right now is that maybe we just downloaded Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer and it's currently locked until a later date. Maybe tomorrow, maybe 30 days from now, could even be later on in the summer, but there is a good reason to believe that we actually did download the full Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer experience today. Maybe they'll hold on to it for a while. We just don't know, but we do know from verified insiders that the multiplayer, along with the campaign, has been done for a number of years now, and the fact that that's the case could mean that we can see it at just about any time. Now, I did cover the OG Ghost skin in my video earlier, but I put some of those clips back on screen so you can see the new finishing move, the belly flop, that comes with the OG Ghost skin and this bundle. Looks really cool, especially in Warzone, and I know there's been a lot of Alex is Ghost type videos lately, and you know what? I think they could pull a really cool plot twist, right? Simon Riley, the Ghost of Verdansk in this Modern Warfare reboot, is a completely new character, at least from what they've been telling us. And maybe Alex being a ghost is still a possibility, and maybe he can don the look of the OG Ghost in the sequel to this Modern Warfare reboot that's supposed to come out in 2021. So we'll just see what they do with Ghost, but I do have some clips comparing the two looks here on screen for you guys. Now, I also think because the Spec Ops in the original Modern Warfare 2 is literally just portions of the campaign put into that mode, we could very well see Spec Ops added in the future as well, right? And that's what I was hoping for when I talked about this on stream the other day. If they're not going to add multiplayer right away, at least add the Spec Ops, add some type of cooperative experience to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, because that would drive a lot of sales. A lot of people would really be playing this. Maybe add in in the classic Spec Op missions from Modern Warfare 2 into the new Modern Warfare, right? The weapons wouldn't be the same, but the missions would be with the same areas, of course. So that would have been great, but there's been no mention of Spec Ops as of today. And the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, at least in my region, cost $20. So let's just assume they would charge $20 per mode. They could have charged $60 today for the entire game remastered, and people would have bought that. I'm sure the sales for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered would have been through the roof. I can guarantee you that. And, you know, even though Modern Warfare 2 is one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic Call of Duty in history, besides that, which will drive a lot of sales, we obviously have the lockdown from the beer virus. So a lot of people would be sitting down today, downloading this game and playing the living shit out of it. And I even mentioned earlier, I don't understand the reasoning with splitting up the player base, because it worked back in 2016 with Black Ops 3 Year 2, Modern Warfare 1 Remastered, Infinite Warfare. Why not do that again with the new Modern Warfare Reboot, Warzone, and then MW2 Remastered multiplayer alongside those, right? It would be 3 active player bases again. I see no issue with that. Maybe they'll reconsider it at some point in the future, but I just think the way this was handled was very odd. And I said that with the base game too, with the Modern Warfare Reboot. The way everything's been handled for the past year has been very strange. You know, with Black Ops 4 and games before that, there were always leaks here and there, always some data mining that revealed a couple of surprises. And you know what? It was never that severe. But with the Modern Warfare Reboot, it was ridiculous, right? You know, all the dialogue from the campaign was for some reason within the multiplayer beta file. So people were able to spoil the Modern Warfare campaign all the way back when the multiplayer beta was active, which to me is unacceptable, right? That's just pure laziness on their part. Where's the encryption? Where is the security? I just don't understand that. And then obviously with Modern Warfare 2, as a bit of a recap, you know, at 7 a.m. my time on Monday, the trailer leaked via the PSN store in Germany, and then people who had German PSN accounts were able to actually purchase and download Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And then that option was quickly taken away after like an hour or two. But I think because people spent money and bought the actual game, that's why people weren't getting strikes for posting early gameplay. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But a good point that my buddy the Gaming Revolution brought up to me earlier is that a good reason why they're probably not releasing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer is because the in-game microtransactions for the Modern Warfare Reboot have been through the roof. The sales are great, so they don't want to jeopardize that type of business to the point where people stop buying microtransactions in this reboot and all of a sudden just put all their time into Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer. So that makes sense from a business standpoint. I don't agree with it, but it does make a lot of sense. And another point too, like people have been bringing up, is if they did remaster Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, which they have, they just aren't releasing it, would they also butcher it in the same way people felt that Modern Warfare 1 Remastered multiplayer was butchered, with new DLC weapons, you know, a supply drop system? You know, with the reboot not having supply drops at all, I don't think they would butcher Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer. I'm sure they would add in a way to unlock DLC weapons for free if they added those in, and I wouldn't mind that. But then again, Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer wasn't the most balanced multiplayer experience back in the day, and I don't know if the current Call of Duty community could handle some of the overpowered and unbalanced mechanics that that experience had to offer. But leave all your thoughts down below in the comments. It feels great to be making daily content again. I've been knocking out like 3 to 4 videos a day, and we're going to continue doing that until every single Easter egg and comparison possible is covered here on the channel for the remastered Modern Warfare 2 campaign. I know we had a bit of a slow start this year, right? You know, we were still focused on Black Ops 4, Treyarch Call of Duty, some zombie stuff, and as that quickly died down, you know, towards February-ish, it felt great to hop into something fresh that I'm actually enjoying, right? Warzone. And Season 2 of Modern Warfare sparked my interest with the game again, so I've been having a good time covering the new update, the new weapons, the new maps, and hopefully I can keep that passion with Modern Warfare for the next couple of months until Treyarch's next Call of Duty comes out. And with Warzone, I covered as much as I possibly could, but there's not much left to cover in that mode, and I know there probably will be some live events and new Easter eggs added into that at some point in the next few weeks. I'll definitely be covering that. We also have the release of Season 3, which is presumably like April 10th or so. So we're not too far away from that if that doesn't get delayed. But that is about it. This has been DK Dynamite. Really hope you've enjoyed, and enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Allied UAV overhead. -1. Earn your victory. Allied UAV overhead. Kill confirmed. have victory. Thanks to you.